No. What's going on your computer? Sounds-
All right, so welcome and thank you for joining us today. My name is Sylvie Cossette, and I'm joined today by a great friend and team builder, Barbara Ann Gagnon. So this short presentation will give you an overview of Max International and the opportunity you have to improve your health and your finances. So welcome and thanks for hosting with me, Barbara Ann.
Yes, thank you. So, unfortunately, most people in the world today are exposed to high levels of pollution and toxins, high stress, poor diets, and lack of sleep. And these issues are not helping our health. According to the World Health Organization, the top two causes of death worldwide are cardiovascular diseases and cancers, followed by other diseases like diabetes. These trends show us that there are health challenges in the world today, and taking care of our health is crucial.
Absolutely. Health and wealth, we've heard the saying, taking good care of our bodies, that's a basic foundation for creating a significant change in our lives. And we know that, our overall health actually depends on the health of our individual cells. If your cells are healthy, then, we are as a whole healthy. And if you take a look at this slide here, you can see how a healthy cell looks like compared to the one on the right, where it's all damaged, and it's usually damaged by inflammation, chronic inflammation, and oxidation. Just like an apple, if you cut an apple and leave it there standing for a little while, you'll see it starts to brown out. So that's what happens when our health are not healthy. It's the same thing. It's like an oxidizing process. And there's a lot of things we can do to improve our health.
Yes, and it's the glutathione that keeps our cells healthy. After food, water, and oxygen, and this amazes me, the fourth thing that every cell needs is glutathione.
Yes, and glutathione, most of us, like, we've never heard the word, yet it's so important. So Barbara Ann, give us a little description of, overall what glutathione does for us.
Well, we produce it naturally in every cell of our body. It's our body's natural defense against toxins, pollution, and more. Every day, there are thousands of attacks on our cells, and it's the glutathione that protects us against these attacks. And without optimal glutathione levels, our cells cannot stay healthy. And we know that if our cells are not healthy, our bodies certainly are not healthy.
Absolutely. And you know what? There are benefits that we can, easily spot when our levels of glutathione are actually optimal. And one of the first ones is, like, we have a stronger immune system. And that's so important, when we're attacked by viruses and bacteria. We know when our glutathione levels are high, our immune system is much stronger. It actually helps, it reduces inflammation in our cells. And we know a lot of diseases it's chronic inflammation that's there causing us diseases. And it also helps slow down the aging process. And that's really important. I know, to me, once you get into your 50s and 60s, you really start taking, start noticing it for sure. So slowing down the aging process, that's a big thing. So keeping our glutathione levels is really important. And we have better energy and better sleep. And we know sleep is, when our bodies actually repair and eliminate toxins. So when you have good sleep, it makes a hell of a difference. It reduces the effects of stress too. And we have better focus. mental clarity, and it also improves our performance, whether it's physical. We get better stamina and recover better, from physical activity. And we actually perform better also, like, in the gym, the classroom, the boardroom, and even in the bedroom. So that's important too,
Those, yes, very much so. I do enjoy a good night's sleep, and I do enjoy waking up with lots of energy in the morning, and that certainly glutathione does help in that way. But here's the bad news. From about the age of 20, our glutathione levels start to go down naturally, as you can see by the graph, just due to aging. We usually lose 10 to 15% of our glutathione levels every decade. And you can see that by the time we're in our 40s and 50s and above, our glutathione levels are nowhere near where we need them to be. So it's not surprising that we start to hear about health issues like lack of energy, aches and pains, trouble sleeping, and so many other complaints as we see people getting older.
Yes, and you can, in just the aging, if you add on to that stress, poor diets, toxins, illness, medication, alcohol, these are also other issues that are going to cause our glutathione levels to go down like even faster. And remember what we said, if we have optimal levels of glutathione, our cells are healthy, and we can assure that we have a healthy body too. And it's a big concern for sure.
Yes, it really is. And in fact, there are over 74 diseases and health challenges associated with low glutathione levels: diabetes, hypertension, stroke, arthritis, kidney disease, and so many more are just a few of the health challenges associated with low levels of glutathione.
Yes, and we've heard of the importance of glutathione. So people often ask, well, why don't we just get more of it? We know that glutathione capsules do exist, but it's a challenge actually to raise our glutathione levels. And if you take glutathione in a pill or a capsule, it just gets digested and it doesn't reach the organ cells where it needs it the most. And if you take glutathione by injection or intravenous, it's very short-lived and it's very expensive. So it's not very convenient or affordable for most people. And that brings us to the key question. Well, what can we do? How can we actually effectively raise glutathione levels?
Well, there is a solution, and Max International has it. It's called RiboCeine. RiboCeine is a breakthrough in science that raises the glutathione within the cells. It's a combination of D-ribose and L-cysteine. Ribose is the simple sugar we use to make energy, and cysteine is an amino acid that we need as one of the key components to make glutathione. The ribose protects the cysteine, getting it into the cell intact, where the ribose will now produce energy and the cysteine is available to make glutathione. How's that?
That's pretty cool. Don't understand all the science behind it, but we know it works. So RiboCeine was created by Dr. Herbert T. Nagasawa. He's an amazing man with over 45 years of professorship, and he spent 25 years of his life in scientific research just to create RiboCeine. He understood the importance of maintaining high levels of glutathione, and he was really determined to find a solution. And with 54 peer-reviewed studies and still more coming, RiboCeine, it's the most advanced glutathione support available in the world, and over 300% more effective than the best alternative in raising glutathione in the organ cells. And we've already heard that glutathione, it's critical for our health, and it really is a big deal. And RiboCeine is truly a science breakthrough that solves a real problem in the world today. And because it's only available from Max International, that also gives us a remarkable opportunity to make an impact.
Well, RiboCeine can be found in Max International's breakthrough products. Max products are halal certified, and they're also approved by the required authorities in any country where Max is officially open. All our products are certified by the Banned Substance Control Group to have no banned substances, so they are safe for athletes and all of us to use. People love our products. When they try them, they come back for more.
That's for sure. We've seen it. So the first product here we have is the MaxOne. So the MaxOne is strictly RiboCeine. There's no other components in it, but we know how important it is for detoxification, for energy, for strength and stamina, for stress reduction, mental focus, sleep, skin health, and so much more. So MaxOne, no problem with any medication or any allergies or anything. It's just RiboCeine 100%. And you just take it, 2 capsules of, with water to make sure that you help flush out the toxins.
And this one here you're looking at is Cellgevity, is our most advanced formula. It contains the RiboCeine that we talked about and 12 supporting ingredients listed here to raise the glutathione within the cells. You take 2 capsules in the morning and 2 in the evening. Most healthy people will notice better energy, better mental focus, better sleep, and reduced aches and pains. For someone with a health challenge, the results can be life-changing. If you're healthy and you want to remain healthy, take Cellgevity. If you are aging and want to stay youthful, I do, take Cellgevity. If you have health challenges and you're recovering, definitely take Cellgevity. If you're struggling with your health and running out of options, Cellgevity is the way to go. It's important to note that our products are supplements and they do not treat, cure, or prevent any disease. All they do is improve glutathione within the cells, and when that happens, health can be remarkably improved. And they can be taken alongside regular medications. The testimonies we see on this product are amazing. We never make promises on the Cellgevity will do for you, but we simply say commit for 90 days, try, and see what will happen. You will surely have your own testimony to share.
Absolutely. And we have this brand new product, which is the Max GLP-1. It's Max International Premium Weight Management Solution, and that works with your body to naturally boost the GLP-1 levels naturally. It's helping you manage cravings. It supports your metabolism. You will actually reach, sustainable weight loss without loss of muscle. It's backed by science. It's stimulant-free, and it's really designed for people that want to have real results and lasting results for sure.
So the Max GLP-1 is patented, and the clinical ingredients include sorghum, which provides better muscle recovery and decreased muscle soreness, aromin, which promotes the GLP-1 secretion and manages blood glucose levels, benefiting people with moderate to high levels of hyperglycemia. Chromium picolinate helps reduce cravings, body fat, supports weight loss, and improves the lean body mass. Posebio is a doctor-formulated supplement designed to support the body's ability to naturally maintain the integrity of the gut lining and the digestive health.
It's really an amazing product, isn't it?
It really is.
And we've had thousands of testimonies with Max products. Once people try them, they come back for more. If you give your Max products a try for yourself and commit for 90 days, I'm very sure you'll soon be sharing your own fantastic testimony. And tonight we have the privilege of having Mireille and Marie-Paul, who will be sharing their experience with the Max products. And I'm sure you will appreciate their experience for sure. So we're going to start with Marie-Paul. If you want to take it on.
Thank you, Sylvie. A pleasure to be here and to be with you and Barbara Ann this evening. I've had a long career before I retired in 2013. I worked as a parliamentary security professional, and as such, I enjoyed my work tremendously. I worked in a political environment. I worked alongside some great professionals and visitors from all over the world. However, working at the parliament on marble floors all day long, it really takes a toll on your health. Sometimes you work shift work, night, weekends, evening, days. So your system is all unbalanced and your sleep is not sound. When I started to take Cellgevity, and that's the product that keeps me healthy, I started to sleep better.
Mhm.
And I've been staying at my brother's for the last couple of months in the countryside, and I sleep much, much better now. I'm going back to the city soon, so we'll see how that continues. What I wanted to say is that over the years, I've had 3 major back injuries. I had a martial art injury where my lower back was damaged. I had a major car crash where my spine was damaged. And then I had a work accident to top it all,
Mhm.
where my thorax was um,
Crushed.
crushed between a cage and a hard place, literally. And it takes time for your body to recover, but you need the proper environment for your body to heal. And Cellgevity is what gives you the proper environment for your body to heal. So it's never going to be 100%. However, the pain is much more manageable, and I could function much better than I did following those injuries. And if you had the bad luck of having some injuries, I highly recommend that you try Cellgevity. Back to you, Cindy.
Yes, well, I love hearing your testimony because I know your story, and yes, effectively, you create an environment where you reduce the inflammation, and definitely you feel better for sure, and the recovery time is always much faster too. So thanks for sharing, Marie-Paul. That is very, very nice of you.
Thank you.
So now we have Mireille. So Mireille, you have a very interesting story too. So we're really looking forward to hearing it.
Thank you. Hi, ladies. Good evening. Um, Similarly to Marie-Paul, sometimes our career choices may seem on the outside to be really, really worthwhile, but they also have an impact on your life. And I'm talking about my dual career for over a couple of decades where I was in the tech industry sitting all day. But outside of that, I've always been a fitness instructor and personal trainer. And in 2015, I decided to retire on Vancouver Island, and I ended up with my own studio. Very different than teaching for big box clubs, because all of a sudden, even though I was down to one career, I was an instructor, a personal trainer, still a wife and caretaker of my own dogs at home, plus, 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 plus. So you're talking about teaching, 4, 5, 6 times a day and training clients, plus taking care of your family and your 3 dogs. So all of a sudden, I found myself in 2017, I believe. I think that was the year. A friend of mine told me about the wonderful Max products, and I was desperate because while I was at my studio, taking care of my clients and taking care of my and my family, I had a big smile on my face and I performed well and they enjoyed the services. But when I would get home and I would sit down for half an hour to do the paperwork of running a business, you could not ask me to get back up afterwards. I was sore, it hurt, and after a year of doing that, I thought to myself, what have I gotten myself into? So my dear friend who introduced me to Cellgevity absolutely changed my life within a few days. Now, we did say everybody's got their own story, but for myself, within a few days of starting to take Cellgevity, the recovery time in my 50s was like that of when I was a teenager. I was able to get up in the morning with no aches and pains and perform my entire day. So, needless to say, I've never looked back. Love, love, love the Max products. Everybody's got their own experience. Whoever invited you to come to listen to this presentation, listen, if you got questions, ask them, but do yourself a favor, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, if you're an athlete, especially I would recommend having these products to support your body, your recovery, your overall energy. They are amazing, and my life has never been the same. So that's my story in a nutshell, and thank you, ladies, for listening.
Well, that was great. Thanks for sharing, Mireille. And yeah, it's true. I mean, we don't have to go very far to find people that are experiencing all sorts of, aches and pains and lack of sleep and, lack of energy. And definitely we know the product works and the timing is perfect to start taking care of ourselves right now. If we want to be there for a long period of time, but healthy. Not just live long, but in pain and all the rest. So that's very nice of you, Marie-Paule, and Mireille. Thanks for sharing your testimony. It's always great to hear, for sure. And like Mireille said, go back to the person who invited you to see the presentation. Get the information that you need to make a decision, and give it a try. 90 days is not very long. You'll probably be surprised and have your own testimony to share also. And you could go on and change other people's lives too, not just yours, but somebody else's that's waiting for a solution right now. And so thank you, Barbara Ann, also for hosting with me tonight. And so we'll be here again, and in a couple of weeks. Just keep asking and coming, and we'll share our stories with different people, different stories, and so we're changing the world, making it better, one person at a time.
That's amazing.
Okay. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you for being
Bye-bye.
here.
Thank you.